What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and oh my god, episode 95 was just incredible. I was literally sitting in my office slash room just yelling and just kind of jumping up and down over the maniac that Frieza actually is. Still to this day, Frieza, in my opinion, is one of the greatest villains to ever exist in not just Dragon Ball, but anime period. He is the perfect prick. It's incredible. And before we get into that, let's talk about the animation first. Freaking Shida and his team were worked in episode 95. Beautiful. That is art. You see what Dragon Ball can look like when they really spend some time and like plan everything out carefully and just kind of get it all right. The execution was better than the movie, which is actually funny because they used a quick scene when they showed a flashback when Frieza was talking about, you know, being in hell. That was actually literally the scene from the movie. But everything else that was animated in this episode was absolutely beautiful, and the fact that it came out looking better than a movie that had $1 million budget shows you the potential the series can have when they really put some time planning into it. But then again, that's this team. Shida is just always known for being amazing, so we're not gonna, you know, focus too much on that. But it looked great, incredible, from the stills to the animation to fluidity, great. Now, the episode itself, Frieza proves how much of a prick he is. We see the assassins show up, just like we saw at the end of last week's episode. They're there to kill Frieza or to kind of stall him. And the plan is, because it's like, are y'all serious? Y'all gonna stop Frieza? The plan was Sidra, the God of Destruction from Universe 9, essentially transfers some Hakai energy or God of Destruction energy to that dog dude. And he's like, look, man, doesn't matter how strong he is, just hit it with this. No matter who they are, they will get erased. So in my, I guess, understanding or explanation of it, it seems that this Hakai energy is kind of like Zeno's ability to erase universes, but on a much smaller scale. Because Zeno's can just go poof, and then that's it. There goes the entire universe. Whereas someone like Sidra can make a quick energy ball. It's like, look, just touch it with this, they're dead. So then that entire plan here, I guess, is to send this giant squadron of assassins and get him with that ball. And so what happens is he throws one, psych, throws another one, psych, but wait, there's more, and then hits with the real one. While Frieza actually was being a savage, just kind of swatted those first two out. He didn't really expect the last one, and the last one actually gets him. Now here's the part that shows how much of a monster Frieza actually is. He stops the attack. He stops the attack like it's nothing. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, he's kind of powerful, you know, he's got to be able to do something. He attacks Goku with the ball, which again shows how much of a freaking dickhead he actually is, but he gets Goku with it, and Goku cannot escape. That's the wild part. Goku could not escape the attack, and it's like, dude, was that a smart idea to bring him onto your team? Because, like, again, the thing about Goku is he tends to let his guard down and just kind of underestimate his opponents a lot of times, and it's like, his original explanation was, well, we'll bring Frieza to the team, but if he ends up being evil or being, you know, starts being a prick, we'll just destroy him. But he never really thought about the idea that Frieza could have gotten more powerful while he was in hell, and that's exactly what happened. Granted, he's trapped in that pod the entire time, and he can't really escape, which is, you know, I guess the disadvantage of being in hell. He still has access to his mind, which allowed him to do mental training, and I guess through that ability of mental training, he was actually able to master his golden power, and now he's true Golden Frieza, as he called himself, and that really allows him to control that power without much flaw from the looks of it. Because you guys remember, in Resurrection F, Frieza was stronger than Goku. The only reason why he lost in the end is because he ran out of stamina so fast. It was like basically Xenoverse. You end up, you know, run out of stamina break, game over, GG. That's kind of what happened to him. But in here, he doesn't seem to have stamina issues because he spent the entire time since he was in hell mastering that ability. On top of that, he's dead. You guys remember in Dragon Ball, when Goku became Super Saiyan 3, him being dead and not having a physical body allowed him to be more easily to control. And on top of that, you know, Frieza had a little bit more time. Well, I don't think he had a little bit more time, but he had he had all the time in the world to just be trapped in that freaking little pod and figure out how to, like, you know, train his mental capacities to not completely kill his stamina when he transforms. And it actually worked. The fact that he could take this the Sidra's energy and just kind of swat it away like it was nothing, but Goku couldn't, shows you his danger. So that was actually insane. So here's the tricky part. While Goku was trapped, this man displayed some viciousness, some ferocious abilities by taking out the assassins one by one and even torturing them. This man started torturing one of the assassins and literally was like, I'll tell you everything. No. I don't care about everything. I'm gonna just keep doing this because I'm just in the wild. The man already had the information, and the guy literally came in to tell me the information. He's like, nah, I ain't done yet. You know, let me do something more just because I've been in hell for way too long. I gotta flex my abilities. I'm gonna have some fun here. So what ends up happening is, turns out he finds out that Universe 9 did send the assassins by torturing his people and using his God of Destruction cell phone, we'll call it that. He ends up reaching out to Ro and Sidra, and instead of snitching on them, he basically says, oh, look, man, I don't care about this universe. I want to fight for you. You know, if you guys can resurrect me and promise me, you know, a spot on a team and essentially allow me to come back, I will go fight for you. And this again shows you how much of a villain this man actually is, because when when Ro's like, but don't you care about Universe 7, you know, your memories, any plans, any people? It's like, nope, don't care. I just care for myself, you know. I just want to be able to resurrect and be alive again and not go back to hell. And that shows you how much the Red Frieza is. Even Ro, who is literally a scumbag, that's the god, not the god destruction, but the Kaioshin of Universe 9. Even he, who is basically a scumbag, he was like, whoa. We're scumbags, but this guy's a big deal. He's even a bigger god destruction than you are, Sidra. And Sidra's all like, well, it's fine. You know what? We should probably, you know, recruit him. In worst case scenario, I'll kill him. But honestly, it's like after seeing that his Ki Blast failed, I don't think Sidra can beat Frieza. In fact, like you said, Frieza is better fit to be a god destruction than Sidra is. So I'm all for it. Now here's the part that's kind of tricky. You guys remember a couple weeks ago there was those leaks that mentioned that Frieza was going to betray Universe 7 and go to a different universe, and you know, it was all up in the air whether or not those were real. Then more leaks came out saying that episode 95, 96 were completely different, but now it's like still setting up for that. Even as the conversation finished, Frieza still seemed like he was going to betray Universe 7 and go to another universe, whether it's Universe 4, Universe 9, yada 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 yada. I still think that's going to happen. So the question I want to ask you guys is, do you think that we'll see Frieza switch spots and go to another universe? Why or why not? Discuss it down below. And would you want to see that? Personally, I would love to see that, because like, see, a lot of people want to see Frieza come back and fight for Universe 7 just because he's Frieza, and they want Universe 7 to have more of an advantage. Because let's be real now, having someone like that on your team is a huge advantage. Like, that guy can basically take down pretty much anybody at this point. I'm sure he can even go toe-to-toe with someone like Jiren. But at the same time, it's out of his character, you know? Frieza come back and doing the first thing, which is betraying people, makes sense. So in my opinion, honestly, I would much rather have Frieza betray Universe 7 and then be on the opposite team, because then now it's like, not only do you have to worry about Jiren and Toppo and you know, the talented fighters from Universe 9 and the tricky fighters from like Universe 6, but you also have to worry about freaking Frieza. Frieza being on the opposite team, that is bad news for everybody. I mean, I can just see him taking pure revenge on Universe 7, and just because of how that would set up, I would love to see this actually happen. Now again, we still don't know, it's still up in the air. You know, I'm starting to think that Toei is purposely playing with us, whether they released the leaks initially and then they didn't mean to, so they're trying to cover up for it and not want to leave some surprises. I'm pretty sure they're kind of behind it. But either way, if this works out the way it's been working out, I am so happy Frieza's back, which is so funny because initially when Frieza was announced to come back, it was like, really? Why? But why? So they're doing it right. Remember what I said? I said as long as they bring back Frieza right, I'm all for it. And so far, every single episode that I've seen so far since the return of Frieza has been absolutely right. I'm all for it. So keep it going. Now, freaking Beerus ends up blowing the God Destruction energy away and saves Goku, which kind of disappointed me, to be real, because I saw Goku being in his base form the entire time. He could have easily busted out his blue form and probably stopped the ball, whether he didn't want to, or I don't know if he's just trying to test himself, because basically like Frieza was like, I did it, so you should be able to as well. But for some reason, he didn't want to go blue. So the question is, could he have done that if he'd gone blue? And honestly, I think he could have. I feel like this is just Goku being cocky and just trying to do it in his base form to kind of prove a point to Frieza, like, look, man, I've gotten stronger since last time, but ultimately it failed. So Beerus had to freaking free him. So what ends up happening is, before they end up leaving for the tournament, Beerus is all like, you know what? Not Beerus, Goku's all like, you know what? One quick fight, first punch, and that's it. And the deal that they had to each other was, if I punch you, you join Universe 7. Frieza, if you punch me, you do whatever the hell you want. And this is kind of weird, because even if Frieza was to get punched first, I still think he would have betrayed him, because this is his character. This is like, they literally been talking how much this guy's a scumbag, not just in this arc, but pretty much the entire series. So it was kind of stupid for them to even put trust into him if this was actually a deal. I think this is just them trying to kind of spar, because Goku just kind of see what he can do compared to Frieza now. But all I'm saying is, you can't trust him, and he was a great choice to be brought back, because it just completely threw everything into a loop, and like, you don't know what's going to happen at this point. I'm excited though. I'm super excited. What ends up happening, ironically, was they both knock each other out. So it's weird. I still think it's gonna betray, but you never know. Like I said, those leaks, for the most part, were accurate, except for one episode, which was talking about, you know, Frieza leaving. So we'll still have to wait for another maybe 2 weeks before we see what actually goes down. Some people were saying that since they're already at the tournament next week, that they can't switch. My theory is, I think they're gonna bring people with them. So if they bring someone like Yamcha with them and their friends and family to watch, because there are stands in the actual tournament, I feel what's going to end up happening is if Frieza does betray them, it's like, hey Yamcha, you're right there, you're our last hope, come join. I think that's going to happen. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, the tournament's getting ready to happen. The freaking stage is set up. Actually, it's funny because with the stage being set up, this is how it breaks down. So the big little thing around it is supposed to, which I'll show a picture on the screen, The big thing around it is supposed to be the stands where everybody, I guess friends and family, can watch the tournament. The main part in the middle is actually the battle area, and the giant pole is supposed to be like a clock tower, which I guess is supposed to last 48 minutes. So when that entire shadow makes an entire loop, the tournament is done. And whoever's left at the end of the tournament basically wins for that universe. So that's how it breaks down. So it's kind of cool to see that. I thought he was going to top, fight initially at the very, very top, but it's actually a really big stage. No wonder it took 2 days to build. But yeah, I'm excited. And by the way, next episode previews showed what seemed to be a Yard Rat. If you guys remember, Yard Rats were the ones that showed Goku how to do instant transmission. He looked like a much younger, stronger Yard Rat. I don't know if this is like an alternate universe Yard Rat or if they just recruited him from Universe 7 and just didn't tell anybody. But that definitely was a Yard Rat. And we also got our first look at Jiren as well, so that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, what do you guys think? Episode 95, from the animation to the return of Frieza to the savagery, one of the most greatest anime villains of all time. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's pretty much everything. Next week we'll have Kira back. She's out traveling right now. If you're wondering where she's at, she's over there. She has to watch this episode as well. So I get to watch this episode again when she comes back with that. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. So let me know your thoughts on everything that went down, anything that I might have missed, because I'm sure I might have missed something here and there. And we can discuss it down below. But if you had fun and enjoyed episode 95, make sure to leave a like in the comment, and we'll take it from there. As always, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Rhymestyle. I'll see you guys in the comment section below. Peace.